Good day. Welcome to King William Knows Everything. Today we're going to take a look at an endoscope, 2-in-1 Android and PC USB endoscope. I like to say endoscope. Makes me sound smart. See what you can't see and touch. Smart wire camera. And 3 colors available. And here's a barcode on here if you want to look at the barcode. And basically says BONAOK portable, minimum 4 foot and 6 LEDs. I thought this was 6 foot, but maybe the box is wrong because it's showing different colors. None of them marked. And the length is on here. None of those are marked. So maybe it's just I don't know. Let's open it up and take a look. But basically, what we're going to do with this, so we can sneak into like cylinders, holes and stuff like that, and engines, look at some piston tops and things like that, and other little things. Sometimes you want to sneak in and see if you can get a close-up view of it. That's what this guy's going to be for. And I believe this came with, oh, here we go. It says, it is newest Android camera, built-in, well, that's kind of odd. Built-in 6 white LED lights. 2-in-1 inspection camera, waterproof, so if you want to stick it down the drain. IP67, that's good. Camera OD only 5.5, 7.0 or 8. I think this is the 7. I think it's the 7. No, I think it's the 5. I don't remember. I think it might have been the 7. You get different widths, different diameters of camera. If you want like a 5mm one, a really small one, or you can get a really big one. I guess it depends on what kind of holes you're going to stick. With mirror, hook, and magnet. The mirror we're going to use a lot. And OS, Android, Windows, Vista, 7 and 8. And there's some QR codes down here for your phone app and your PC drive. Beautifully made in China. Let's crack her open. Let's see what kind of good things are in here. Come on, baby. And I'll show you why I really bought this. It's got a neat feature I thought might be interesting. Let's see what this is. The QR codes and USB inspection Borescope camera. So now it's a Borescope. But if you look here, you can kind of see what happens with the USB port. It flips up, and you can get a micro USB, or actually a mini USB, mini USB, or the full USB. So if you want to plug this into, say, your phone, let's see. I haven't looked at this yet, so. But what this does, this guy flips somehow. Looks like it flips that way. Micro USB. So that way you can plug into your phone, or if you want to flip it back, you get a USB 2.0. Look at that. That's pretty smart, isn't it? So I thought that's what's kind of neat about this. Sometimes you see ones that have adapters. This is just built. I'm going to use mostly this piece. I don't think I'm going to be plugging it into a phone. But here's the camera part. Look how small it is. I see little LEDs. And this looks like more than 4 feet. Definitely way more than 4 feet. I think this was 6. No, wait. I think that's 15 meters. Or 15 feet. 5 meters. I think it's 15 feet. I think I got a 5-meter one. We'll look it up. I'll put it in the description somewhere. But anyway, you get the idea. These pieces here are, let's see, the camera, or the mirror. There's the little mirror. Let's open it up. Come on, baby. Come to Papa. Oh, there's some other things there, too. I don't know what that is. Let's see. A hook. Come on. A hook. So I guess you put that on your camera, and then you hope you don't fall off when whatever you're trying to hook. So that's what that's for. And then the magnet. It's got a little magnet. You do the same thing. You stick it in here, slide it on your camera. Then you can reach in and pull things out. So I guess that'd be kind of cool if you drop something down a hole or in a little tight spot you just can't reach. You can sneak this in there. Of course, you know what's going to happen. You're going to drop this in there and lose 2 things. Yeah, except the camera, or the, I'll call it a camera, the mirror, looks like it's got some plastic on it to keep it from getting scratched. But basically, idea behind this is to, where's the camera? And you stick that, now you screw it on. Oh, so I guess you screw it on so that way it doesn't fall off. So that's a good idea. And then, you know, you can, when you poke it down, you can see back, because sometimes, you know, the whatever you're sticking down is not very far, and you can't just, well, just flip it around. No, you need to look back so you can kind of look, see in the mirror. I don't know how well that's going to work, but we'll try it out. And let's see, where's the other piece at? Is this piece threaded? I don't know. I don't think that piece is threaded. No, this is just like a soft plastic. Stick it on there, stick your doodad in there, and you can, you know, grab your part, pull it out. That's fine. I don't really plan on using that, but the mirror I'll probably use a little bit. And nice that they gave a case with this, but, you know, for, I think it was $13. I don't expect a lot, but what we're going to do, let's see. We are going to hook this up to Mr. Laptop and do some sniffing around with it. Like I said, I think the main thing I'm going to use just like looking down some cylinders and stuff like that on engines. But there's also a time, you know, maybe you want to stick it in a drain or you want to stick it in something else. You know, you got a tight spot where you want to see around a corner you can't see in. I think that's where this is going to come in really handy. I've seen these before. And this one, like I said, is very, you know, it's $13, so I figured we'll give this one a try. But like I said, the part that I thought was pretty amusing was, you know, you can flip the USB bit down and you can go to one way or the other. That way you don't lose an extra part, so that's kind of cool. And it has some, oh, it's like an on-off button. Probably if I would have read the instructions, I would have figured that out. It's like a little on-off button, so that's kind of cool. So what do we do next? We will go to the laptop, and we'll see the Android and PC USB Endoscope, or Borescope, because now it's a Borescope. But one way or the other, we're going to take a look at it. We'll be right back. Okay, so let's go to the website. Believe it or not, this is really what it is. www.zcfxj.com/rar/viewplaycap.rar. Very easy to remember, and all it does, it brings you up the download, and voila. So that's pretty simple. You can probably also just do a search on the internet for viewplaycap.rar, which seems to be pretty common for these endoscopes. But I downloaded it, and so kind of what we're going to do next, we're going to install it really quick, and then we'll play with it a little bit and see what she looks like. So I've already installed the software. You don't need to see that. It's pretty simple. But the software is pretty simple. You can actually use Windows 10 camera software that comes with Windows 10. It does basically the same thing. But this just has the basics, some preview. So if you just want to look through the camera, you can do a snapshot. You can do a video capture. There's some settings. You can change some brightness and backlights and stuff like that. And the little guy here on the right that just shows the version number. It's 3.0, the software. So it's simple, it's easy, very basic. You don't need much more than that. So now let's light it up and take a look and see what she looks like. Okay, so you kind of see the keyboard here. I'm just kind of zooming around, get some basic, you know, feel for it, see what it looks like. So here's kind of, I guess I got it kind of upside down. No matter what you do, you always grab something that's upside down. Maybe there's view cap play, and there's the keyboard. I'm kind of making you dizzy. You might want to fast forward to the next part, but you kind of see the zooming in on the letters. Looks pretty nice, crisp. Here's a little thumb drive with some small text on it. Actually, on the back, it's really small. It's hard to keep it steady, you know, when you're zooming in that close. Any little movement, it's a big movement. But this is really small text, very, very difficult to read. But this seems like it does a pretty good job at getting in on it, so that's kind of cool. And the quality is fairly decent for what we're looking for. You know, for 13 bucks, you're not going to complain. There's some Mandarin, but looks like it's a pretty good camera. So I'll give that a thumbs up. There's the keyboard again. And you see when you move it around fast, you get some blurring, but that's it, noticeable. And if you notice, there's a blinking red light, and that's the little button. My USB ports are upside down on the laptop, but I did figure out what that little button's for. It's the backlights. I was trying to figure out how to get the lights to light up. You can see me there shining onto the monitor. The lights are fairly bright, so that's pretty cool. I think there's 6 of them. So that's where if you're knowing the darkness, like here I'm looking inside a box. And I turn off the light. And there, the light's back on, so you can see it's fairly bright. It does a nice job. Actually, the quality is pretty good for what this is. I'm very impressed. And I think this is going to come in handy because this is kind of what I'm looking for, be able to jam it into something and get a close-up view and see what's in there. Like I said, mostly this is going to be used for like maybe engines, hard to get spots, things like that. You can see quite a few uses for this. I think the camera or the mirror is going to come in really handy. I'm not going to show you the mirror, but it just reflects back, so you stick it down a hole, you can kind of see what's behind it. But there's a little zoom in of the keyboard. You can see really nice job. That's with the backlight's on, or with the LEDs on. That's why you get a little bit of glare, but that's fine. So it looks like it's pretty good. Now I'm all over the place. There's the Snoopies. Snoopy's in the background, and there's looks like a strand of cotton, but pretty simple software. Works. It does a good job. Like I said, if you want to use Windows software, I think it's going to do the same thing, or the Windows webcam software. But I'm probably just going to stick with the software that came with it. It seems like it works really well. There are some more settings under the options that let you change some of the the backlighting, those kind of things, just to make the picture a little better. But I just left it default just to get a good idea in it. So far so good. So I'm kind of impressed with that. So, conclusion: USB and micro USB connector. That's a plus. Bright LEDs, they're fairly bright, so that's another plus. Long cable, 5 meters, and you can get it any length you want. I think there's like some short ones, some long ones. There's like some even longer ones. I figure 15 foot's pretty long for me. The attachments are okay. They're not the greatest quality, but you get a little mirror, you get the little magnet and stuff like that. But the best part, the price. $13, $14 for this guy. Fantastic. You can't really go wrong with that, even if it's not that great for that price. I've seen some that are a lot more expensive. But anyway, that's the BONAOK 2.1 Endoscope. But it's waterproof, and it's got a 2 megapixel camera, and the multiple USB connector. That's the kicker. That's the best part of it. Lets you connect to a phone and anything else, so normal laptop without it switching anything over. So that kind of makes it cool, and it's got some backlights. So definitely, I like this guy. I can see a lot of use out of it, and if you want one, I'll put a link down below. I got it off Amazon, and you might want to check it out. And have a great day.